Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Join the Patreon to vote for Liu Kang or Kung Lao for Mortal Kombat, and like and subscribe so people love your songs next time you play. Maybe. Today we're building Jigglypuff from Super Smash Bros., maybe the character most different from their source material in the game. Rather than having a massive health pool and horrible everything else like they do in Pokemon, Jigglypuff is an aerial glass cannon that can sleep people to death. Personally, I think Jigglypuff is more frequently used in Smash Bros. Than the Pokemon games, especially since they don't make many appearances outside of first gen. And Corey mains them, so it gives me an excuse to go a few rounds with him for business reasons. Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need to take a break. You work hard, you've earned a nice long rest. Next, we'll be better than the rest with some actual aerial mobility that'll make you a nightmare to chase down. Finally, we'll sing. It might not be accurate, easy to use, or appreciated by anyone. For stats, we're using the standard point buy from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just keep your multi-classing minimums in mind. Believe it or not, the balloon pixie boxer is gonna be a bit weird. Strength at 15, despite their small size, Jigglypuff can really pound the competition. Charisma at 14, just because people don't appreciate their singing doesn't mean it isn't lovely. Wisdom and dexterity at 13. Remember when I said we had multi-classing minimums? I guess you know Jigglypuff is a Pokemon Ranger now. Intelligence at 9. Jigglypuff don't really do much problem solving and will dump Constitution. In the Pokemon games, HP is Jigglypuff's best stat, but in Smash, she's slightly bulkier than Pichu. Jigglypuff is a fairy type. Fairies have great floating abilities, so let's make them a fairy. Fairies get +2 charisma and +1 strength if that's what you want. It's what I want, so it's what we get. You'll also get a flying speed equal to your walking speed, so you can jump around like a balloon. That's actually all you get at this point, but that's gonna be pretty amazing. Flying speed is fantastic. Use the entertainer background for performance and acrobatics proficiency, letting you sing a song about how hard you are to grapple. We'll kick things off as a bard, giving you 3 skills from the bard list. That's in your player's handbook under the section marked any skills: athletics, perception, and intimidation. If your opponent picks Jigglypuff, they know things you don't. Be afraid. Be very, very afraid. For your first level spells, sleep is a must, putting 5d8 worth of HP to sleep within 20 feet of you. It starts with the lowest HP, then moves up from there. Early game, it's pretty good, but the accuracy goes down as things progress. Heroism will let you get a deceptive amount of HP, giving a creature temporary HP equal to your charisma modifier each turn, and it makes them immune to frightening. Now you can kind of be like Pokemon Jigglypuff, since you'll be getting 3 temporary HP per turn. Long Strider adds 10 feet to a creature's movement speed for 40 feet of flying speed at level 1. I wonder if that will get better. Featherfall prevents up to 5 falling creatures from taking falling damage. It's really easy to pop a balloon. Pretty much the only way you can't pop a balloon is by dropping it. For your cantrips, Vicious Mockery forces a wisdom saving throw on a creature. Failing that, they take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on their next weapon attack. Taunt, and hopefully you don't get bodied. Friends gives you advantage on charisma checks with a creature for a minute. After that, they'll dislike you, so punch them. Finally, bards get bardic inspiration, a pool of d6s you can give to your allies to add to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. We'll get a better way to use it in a second, but for now, just be a better doubles partner. Offer them a helping hand. Second level bards get Jack of all trades, letting you add half your proficiency bonus to any check you're not proficient with. Jigglypuff mains need to be pretty good at everything. They're a very balanced character that works best in the hands of a talented player. Corey made me say that. He put that in the script without telling me. Song of Rest lets your allies recover an additional d6 of HP on short rests. Lord knows your team is going to be sleeping when you're singing, just don't draw on them. Or at least not anything that will get you thrown out of a tavern. Third level bards get a better way to use their bardic inspiration die as an eloquence bard. Unsettling Words lets you give a creature a penalty to a saving throw they make before the end of your next turn. This is going to be much more important later, but for now, just use it for Vicious Mockery. You also get expertise to 2 skills of your choice. I think performance and acrobatics will make you a better entertainer. Finally, you get second level spells. Kinetic Jaunt bumps your movement speed by 10 feet, and you no longer take opportunity attacks for up to a minute depending on your concentration. Since Long Strider isn't concentration, you can use both at the same time for 50 feet of flying speed, letting you dive in and out of enemy range without worry. Let's go a little bit faster though as a monk. First level monks get martial arts, letting you make your unarmed attacks deal 1d4 damage, and you can make an unarmed attack as a bonus action after you make one with your action. Now you can combo with your giant movement speed. It's actually kind of busted. You also get unarmored defense, making your AC 10 plus your dexterity and wisdom modifier when you're not wearing armor, which is not great for you since you invested in strength and charisma instead. Whoops. Second level monks get key points they can use to do cool Pokemon stuff like Step of the Wind to dash or disengage as a bonus action with doubled jump distance. You don't need a doubled jump distance because you can fly, but dashing is better when you're faster, so it's still pretty good because, well, you're fast. Patient Defense lets you dodge as a bonus action. That's probably not going to help you out all that much though, since your AC is kind of stinky. Flurry of Blows lets you make 2 unarmed attacks instead of 1 with a bonus action to really string some combos together. Did you know Nair pairs really well into Nair again? All monks can move a little faster with unarmored movement, which would put you at a 60-foot flying speed with Kinetic Jaunt and Long Strider. That's the same as the Fly spell, except now you also can't be hit with opportunity attacks. Now we're floating like a Jigglypuff. Third level monks can choose a monastic tradition. Open hand monks are great at hitting things with a pound, using the open hand technique. When you hit a creature with a flurry of blows, you can force a strength saving throw on them, pushing them back 15 feet if they fail, or a dexterity saving throw to knock them prone, or no save and just stop them from taking reactions. Reactions aren't an issue if you used Kinetic Jaunt, so just punch someone 15 feet away, follow them up with your movement speed, then push them 15 feet again, then float away unscathed before the next interaction. Now, a ranged attack could still get the best of you, so use deflect missiles to reduce the damage of incoming ranged attacks by 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier and monk level as a reaction. You can even throw it back with a key point if you drop it to 0. Save those key points for better combos though, and just protect your little HP pool. 4th level monks get slow fall, reducing fall damage by 5 times your monk level as a reaction, so now you don't have to spend your spell slots on Featherfall. You don't have that many. I guess you didn't find a lot of PP ups. You also get an ability score improvement. I think you should invest in strength to pound those shields harder. You might have a terrible shield yourself, but you make up for it by smashing everyone else's. 5th level monks get an extra attack, letting you make 2 attacks with your action instead of 1, or up to 4 with a flurry of blows, since each will deal a d6 of damage. Now that combo game is coming along nicely. You're almost as good as my friend Corey. Stunning Strike lets you force a Constitution saving throw on a creature you hit with a weapon attack, failing that they're stunned until the end of your next turn. Your Wisdom score sets the DC for this, and it's not great, but you can use Unsettling Words from Eloquence Bard to make up for that and pound Mario harder than Donkey Kong does. 6th level monks get Key Empowered Strikes, making your unarmed attacks magical in terms of overcoming resistances, helping interrupt Bowser's super armor. As an open hand monk, you also get Wholeness of Body, letting you heal 3 times your monk level as an action once per long rest, letting you get your rest on, but like, you know, the Pokemon rest. It's weird that falling asleep in Smash Bros blows people up. We'll get something for that though. 7th level monks get Evasion, letting you take half damage on failed dex saves and no damage on successful ones. Fairy types are immune to dragon type moves. Dragons use a lot of dex saves in D&D. See, still works. Stillness of Mind lets you remove an effect of charming or frightening as an action. Playing a character who dies at 50 requires an iron will. 8th level monks get another ability score improvement, cap off your strength score so your combos will do an absurd amount of damage. Why does a balloon hit this hard? It doesn't make sense. 9th level monks get unarmored movement improvement, letting you move up walls and over water without falling in as long as you're not wearing armor. You can already do that because you fly, but unarmored movement gives you 45 base movement speed at this point, which is 65 with Long Strider and Kinetic Jaunt. That's pretty neat. 10th level monks get Purity of Body, making you immune to poison and disease, but only in Dungeons and Dragons, so you should still wash your hands and get vaccinations when you can. Weird how much pushback I get on this. Put soap on your hands. Weirdo. 11th level open hand monks get Tranquility, putting you under the effects of the Sanctuary spell. That means creatures have to make a wisdom saving throw before attacking you, unless you've attacked them or cast a spell. Who would punch a Jigglypuff? They're so cute. Until they're hitting you with punches that deal a d8 of damage each. 12th level monks get another ability score improvement, round up your dexterity and wisdom modifier, since odd numbers do nothing, and you should be pretty hard to hit, even if hitting you makes you pop in a bad way. Not like that. Don't be gross. 13th level monks get Tongue of the Sun and Moon, so all creatures will understand you as long as they speak at least one language. You could probably talk to people by just saying your own name. Please don't do that in game though. I actually don't care. Just don't tell people that I said it was okay. 14th level monks get Diamond Soul, giving you proficiency with all saving throws. Now even dragon type moves that aren't dexterity saves will be easy to avoid. 15th level monks get Timeless Body, so you no longer feel the effects of age. It's purely a flavor ability, but fairies can live for a very long time in the Feywild. Time is funky there. 16th level monks get our last ability score improvement, bump your wisdom up for better AC and harder to resist monk saving throws. This is going to be important for the rest of the build. I hope you're down, B, cause we're about to get Jigglypuff's ultimate ability. It's Rest. Capstone's Rest. 17th level open hand monks get Quivering Palm, letting you put some bad news into a creature you hit with a weapon attack. After that, you can use an action to force a Constitution saving throw on a creature. Failing that, they hit 0 HP instantly. Even if they weren't at kill percent and passed the save, they take 10d10 necrotic damage. They'll probably hit you pretty hard afterwards, but you'll also have d10 damage on each hit, so fighting should be fun. Let's talk talk about that in the pros section. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. First, insta-kill attack. That's good. Even without that though, your hit and run fighting is kind of ridiculous, with a flying speed of 75 feet thanks to unarmored movement, long strider, and kinetic jaunt, letting you jump in, land 2 attacks, and then float away with a step of the wind dash, or do a 4-hit combo with the rest of your movement speed and a flurry of blows. Finally, proficiency with every saving throw should keep you nice and safe. From saving throws, your AC is terrible at 15 and your health is worse around 80. If someone hits you, you're gonna pop. Also, your stats just don't make sense. Charisma and strength on a mostly monk build is bad. Get dexterity and wisdom at home. I just think those stats aren't very Jigglypuff. Finally, you don't have that many spell slots since we needed to go 17 levels of monk for the insta-kill. Oh yeah, you do have an insta-kill though and a flying speed to just run away from anyone who could hurt you. Float in, float out, and land the rest when you can. Just remember that Jigglypuff is a character for only the coolest of dudes and the finest of friends. Otherwise, you could be Sora after a side B. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe for more. We make 2 videos every week. Join the Patreon to vote for Liu Kang or Kung Lao for Mortal Kombat, and sub to Tulok and Mango for more Tulok fun.